What up YouTube? I'm back with another video. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like this video and comment wherever place you're watching from. So today I'm going to share with you guys how to read market structure in the easiest way. I have made tons of video about market structure in this channel, but I see that a lot of people are still getting it very difficult to read market structure. And for you to be able to buy and sell, you need to know how exactly the market move. So let's dive to the video. First of all, I don't want to make this video very long. I want to make it very short and also self-explanatory. So first of all, for you to be able to know market structure, for you to be able to know how to read market structure, there, you must know these two things. Market structure have two functions. They have two types of market structure. We have the main structure and we have the minor structure, and both of them work differently. The main market structure is used to identify the trend, to identify the movement of a price, while the minor trend is used for entry. So for you to be able to get an entry, you must know how to read the minor structure and also know how to differentiate them. Okay, so let's start. Let's say that you are a swing trader or you're a day trader or you're a scalper. I'm sure that by now you must have mastered your time frame. So that time frame that you use to identify your trend, that is the trend that you use to identify your structure. First of all, for me, I use daily time frame as a swing trader. And for me to identify the overall movement of the market, I have to go to daily time frame to be able to see exactly what the market is doing. Now, for me, this is how I read my market structure, and it has been working for me for a very long time. So the only two things you need to identify a structure is you need two lows and two highs, and this is how it is. This is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high. In most of the textbook, you will see they will label it this way. Guys should pay attention. This is the easiest way to do this. Now, this is all you need to see before you know which trend the market is going. And let me remind you, you can use this way to trade any kind of market. Call it crypto, call it synthetic, call it anything you want to call it. If you're able to read this, you'll be able to trade any kind of market. Now let me explain this to you guys. This is a low and this is a high. This is a higher low and this is a higher high. Now, we all know something can be high and something can be low. But what does it mean for something to be a higher low? For this now to be a higher low, it means that this low here is higher than this low. And for this now to be a higher high, it means that this high here is higher than this one. And that's all you need to be able to identify the main trend, the main structure of what the market is doing. Now, how can you use the minor trend? The minor trend, how to use it is inside the main trend, there is a smaller trend. If that makes sense, inside the smaller trend, there is a minor trend. Know that this is a daily time frame. If you go to 4 hours time frame, you will see that inside this trend there is another smaller trend. Like let's say this is daily time frame. If you go to 4 hours time frame, you'll be seeing multiple wave. Let's say let's make it four wave. Okay, let's just say this is a daily time frame. I'm trying to explain this so that even if you're a newbie, you'll be able to understand it. Okay, this is 4 hours time frame, and this is 1 hour time frame because those are the three time frame that I use. Okay, this is daily time frame, this is 4 hours time frame, and this is 1 hour time frame. Now, how would you use this correctly? Remember that inside this one, if you can fit this inside here, there's no way you can fit. Okay, inside this bigger wave, there's another small wave here, and inside this one there's another small wave here, which result to this one. And inside this wave here, inside this wave there's another small wave that are inside this one, which give result to this one. And that's how it continues. It depends on what kind of trader are you. If you're a swing trader, you're using bigger time frame, of course the information will be clearer. And if you are a day trader, you'll be using this one, which will give result to this one, and this one will give result to another time frame for your entry. If you're a scalper, you'll be using this one. This one will give result to another one, which will give result to another one that you use to enter. But I want to stick to this three time frame because that's that's the way that will be very simple for you guys to learn. So how do you use minor trend to enter? Now I have told you guys how to use the main trend to be able to to identify a trend. Now how would you use minor trend to get an entry? Now, this is the overall structure. Be able to know the overall structure. Now, after identifying the structure in daily time frame, you need to go to 4 hours time frame to make sure that what daily time frame is saying is the same thing in 4 hours. Now, that's when you head to daily 1 hour time frame to see if the 1 hour time frame correlate with both 4 hours and daily time frame. Now after confirming that, okay, let's just say that the daily time frame, let's just say that the daily time frame is buy, 4 hours is buy, but 1 hour time frame is selling. Now what would you do? You wait for 1 hour time frame to change the smaller structure to start buying like 4 hours. And how would you know that? Because if if the market want to move to the upside, it only start from the smaller time frame, then move to the bigger time frame. And that's how it normally work. So what I will wait now is, I have seen that okay it's a sell. What I will be waiting for now, I'll be waiting for price to stop buying, to stop selling, then and start selling. Okay. So instead, all you have to do is hold on, be patient, and wait for the 1 hour time frame to start buying, then that's when you buy. And I know this thing might be very confusing, but I want to like try to make it very simple and make this video very short. I don't want it to be boring when you're watching it. That's why I'm trying to like customize everything to be able to like for you to understand it very well. So let's just say that there's nothing like this. Let's delete this one. And we already have something like this in 4 hours time frame. We already have something like this in 4 hours time frame. In 4 hours time frame, it might be one candle, but in 1 hour time frame, in 1 hour time frame, might be something like this. And remember, before it starts selling, you will see a change of minor structure. After this, I will pull everything out so that you will see. Okay, this is it for this one. Inside this wave here, from here to here, this is the smaller structure. Okay, this one is 4 hours, and let's call this one 1 hour time frame. And inside this bigger one candle structure, there is a smaller move which lead to this bullish move. Let's fit it in again. And know you know that if you want to buy now, you want to see price to change structure again, then give you a pullback and continue to the upside. This is all you just have to know to start making profit. You don't need much indicators, you don't need anything. Always know that before price will start going up or before price will start going down, it will always change structure. And that can even help you to know, to be able to utilize the counter trend and the main trend. Because if you know that this thing is going to do like this, you of course you're going to utilize it because you already know exactly how it works. Let me pull it again so that you will see it. Look at inside this bigger structure, the smaller structure, and notice that anytime that price want to start going up or start going down, it always change structure. This price was going up. Coming to this level, it stop going up and then break this structure. It broke a low, it broke this low and start coming down. And also know that when price want to go up, it broke this high, then start going up. That's exactly how it works. I want you to be able to know that this is a day time frame, this is daily time frame, this is 4 hours, and inside the 4 hours, there's another small trend which you might call 1 hour time frame or 15 minutes time frame that that was inside. So inside the bigger structure, there's a smaller structure which helps you to identify the move before the move will even happen. And according to the law of trend, if if the market is buying, it should continue breaking the high side while e respect the low side. While if the market is selling, it should respect the high side and keep breaking the low side. As you can see, the minor structure now is breaking highs, reaching at some extent. It couldn't break highs anymore and start breaking lows. Now, the same thing when it comes to bullish. So this is all you just have to know to be able to trade any kind of market. As for me, I can analyze any kind of market, I can make decision. Sometimes you might not be right, but 70 times out of 100 you be right about it. So that's how it works. You need to be able to simplify a lot of all these things for yourself. If you come to the real market condition now, you will see. Let's go to this on a good chart. This is 1 hour daily time frame. As a swing trader I am, let me put all these things aside. I want to give you guys the real market condition. Let it not be that I'm using textbook diagram for you guys. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is on a go chart and this is a high, this is a low, a lower high, you have a lower low, then you have a lower high, you have a lower low. Okay. These have given us where the market is going. Or let me just use two. Let it be like this. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. This is on 4 hours time frame and the wave is kind of the same thing. But notice how the price changes when it comes to here. Notice how the smaller trend, let's do it this way. Notice how price start making higher highs. It make a high, a low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, made a higher low, made an equal high, then it changed lower high, then price start making lower low, then the trend has changed. So now if you go to daily time frame, it's just a group of candle that move from here to here. But come to 4 hours time frame, you see that there are a lot of candles that formed, not one, not two, there are tons of candles that form that movement, which is which is another trend. So that's why I say that if you're able to read market structure very correctly, you'll be able to utilize the main trend and the counter trend. Now, the main trend of this market is downtrend, but seeing this movement now, you'll be able to utilize the buy, knowing that the main trend is sell. You'll be able to utilize it when it's buying and also utilize it when it's selling. So if you go to 4 hours time frame now, you will still see that inside this smaller time frame, inside this 4 hours smaller time frame, there is still another smaller time frame that will also help you to identify the change of the structure, the that will help you to identify an entry before all of this will even happen. Now let's go to that 1 hour time frame. And that's exactly how the thing changes. All you have to do is be able to train your eyes to understand it. Now, this is 4 hours. This is 4 hours. Let's delete the daily time frame so that it will not be complicated. I know, I mean, a lot of all this thing might be very complicated to you guys. Now, let's start in this place. Inside inside the 4 hours time frame structure, there's still another smaller structure. Notice how notice how the market move. Now in 4 hours time frame, this is just like four to 3 to 4 candles that form this movement. But in 1 hour time frame, there are a lot of wave that form that movement. And this is a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Price made a lower high, it made a higher low, it made a higher high, a higher low, it made a higher high. Now notice how price changes from the minor structure. Now you'll be able to buy and also sell when the main set start. So that's how it continues. That's how it continues. And being able to know all of those things will do you a big favor. You will not be panic. You will not be like, even the market is doing anything, you will not be panic because you already know what next is going to do. Because you, from this movement, you already know that if price make a higher high, you will be expecting a higher low. If e make a lower low, you will be expecting a higher highs. And that's exactly how it works. For me, that's how it works. And if you go to 15 minutes time frame now, you will see that this small small move, this small small movement, there's still another small movement inside of it that will even help you to predict the market before 1 hour time frame will do anything. And know you that if the 1 hour time frame wants to buy, the movement always start from 5 minutes, 15 minutes before you the thing will start happening on 1 hour time frame. And if the daily want to buy, the movement always started from 1 hour time frame to 4 hours time frame, then head to daily time frame. So that's how it just work. What I want you to do now is go back to your chart and pay very attention to those small small move that will help you to get an entry. You don't need to rush things. The first thing you need to do is find your trend. Be able to choose a time frame for yourself. Now go to the bigger time frame to be able to know exactly what is happening. Once you're able to see two lows, two highs, you know that is a buy. Once you see two highs, two lows, you know it's sell. No, I'm only using buys on this thing. I've not even made an example with sales, but it's also the same thing. If you turn it upside down, it's still the same thing. So if you're confused about all of this stuff, I still have another way that I can make it easy for you. So after seeing, if it happens that you're not able to see all of those things that I explained, the only thing you need to do, be it on 4 hours time frame, daily time frame, or 1 hour time frame, all you have to do is be able to identify the low and the high. Once you identify the low and the high, let's put it this way: this is a low and this is a high. Let's make it two. This is a lower high and this is a higher high. Now, the only place that you need to pay attention is just this low and this high, because you've already known that the trend is a buy. Now, the only place I need to pay attention is just this low and this high. Now the law of market structure is that when price make a higher high, it's obviously going to make a higher low, and when it makes a higher low, it will make a higher high. Now, being able to pay attention to this high and this low, you will be expecting that movement to make a higher low, which might come to this level here or even go below. Now, the markets have made a lower high. So before you will say that the markets have changed structure, it market should never break below this level, because it's an uptrend. You should respect the lows. Why you keep breaking the highs? That's the law of trend. Now, how would you be able to buy in this type of market condition? What you should do is you go to the smaller time frame. Okay, let's just put it that this is 4 hours time frame. You go to for 15 minutes time frame or 1 hour time frame. All you need to see is you need to see a movement like this on 1 hour time frame. You need to see that consecutive lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. At some point, you need to see you need to see that price have stopped making that lower lows and start breaking up. You see, now price is shifting. Price is no more respecting the lows, it is breaking the highs, and that is how you cut a good trade using the minor structure. Now you'll be expecting price to make a higher high, because according to the law of market structure, that's exactly what is going to happen. But for you to be able to be at the safer place, you will target the high, you target this equal high. But for me, I'll target higher high. This is exactly what you need to be able to make a good trade. You don't have to complicate it for yourself. So like I said before, I don't want this video to be too long, but this topic in trading have subtopics, and you need to be explained. You need to be able to expand it and break it down for anyone that is watching to understand it. But if it happens that you watch the video and you don't understand anything at all, just comment. I will send the full print on how to do it. Thank you.